Okay, so because it's like some, it's pretty late, honestly. Uh, I felt like I should just get this out of the way because I feel like I should talk about it before people lose interest because wrestlers on Twitter do that a lot. Um, with fairly important stuff, and honestly, this is irritating. So, if you don't know, Tony Khan released a statement on Twitter where he basically defended accusations from one of his own female wrestlers, Big Swole, because she claimed that AEW isn't much better. And honestly, I was a coward for not bringing this up. I should have brought it up a while ago, but I just never did, so that's on me. But I definitely want to back up Big Swole on this and uh actually defend her on this because yes, AEW is very racist. And I'm not talking about the racist like WWE racist where they literally have stereotypes galore of Bobby Lashley being a, I don't even want to go into that, but the Rusev and Lana and Bobby Lashley feud. You probably know what I'm talking about because you're smart and capable thinkers. So AEW isn't that form of racism. They are a different form of racism, which is that they specifically push more white or white passing wrestlers than they do others. Now, of course, the obvious example is that the women's division is very diverse, but the women's division has not been booked well at all. They've recently only passed NXT UK in the women's division booking, so that's not really a strong suit. And the second argument I've heard, and this is honestly really irritating because I didn't actually think I would actually have to explain this because I am a white person. I am not a person of color, but even I understand that people can be racist even if they are different ethnicities. So, Tony Khan, all he has to do is discriminate against something based on color, and that therefore is racism. It doesn't matter what his ethnicity is, as long as he's committing an act against other races that are not his or his own, and it's obviously bullshit, and obviously because of their color, then yes, he is racist. This is not a negotiable or different fact. If you are oppressing a group based off their skin tone, that is racist. So, just because Tony Khan's like Middle Eastern does not mean that he is above racism. So, without that fact, I would like to go into the specifics of AEW's racism. For starters, they have no Samoan wrestlers at all. And that's kind of ridiculous that they have no Samoan wrestlers because, like, I make this joke pretty frequently with my wrestling friends, and it's basically if you don't have any luchadors or Samoans in your company, you are not doing wrestling well. And AEW has luckily gotten the luchadors down quite well. So there's that. So they have no Samoans, and that is a big problem, but it's not their only or more concerning problem. Their second problem, and this one is a lot more serious, is that besides the women's division, which again, I might add, has not been booked super well, everybody knows this. This is not a really debatable topic. all of the main champions from the TNT belt to the AEW belt have all been white people or white passing people. No one else. And it's really important to note that Eddie Kingston's also Latino, but you wouldn't be able to tell that right off the bat. The only like people that you could tell right off the bat that are Latino are Andrade, the Lucha Bros, Fuego because of the mask, but again, he's very, very white, so he's kind of like a. He is notably Latino because he's wearing a mask, but also Luchasaurus doesn't wear a mask, so he's kind of in like a weird gray area. Sorry, my breathing's a little weird. I lost my train of thought. Pride and Powerful. Pride and Powerful are also not white passing Latinos. I'm doing air quotes. And the thing is, that's okay. That is good because that gives us true representation. If they're white passing, then they're not. Like, I don't want to say that they're not, like, true Latinos because that's bullshit. But the thing is, this goes into the other problem of I said that wrong. Colorism. Colorism. I'm not saying that because you're dumb. I'm saying that because I'm scared. I'm mumbling my words. So colorism is basically the fact that, okay, you're hiring other people who are from different cultures and different ethnicities, but you are hiring these people who are specifically whiter in their skin color when you could have chosen more darker forms. A great example of this is honestly how the tag team division has Pride and Powerful and the Acclaimed. Like, Pride and Powerful are very, very black. That's fine. And the Acclaimed are also black. But the thing is, it's very unspecific. Like, you would have to, like, ask them. Same with Ricky Starks. Like, when he first showed up, we had, like, no idea what ethnicity it is. And the thing is, that's really annoying. If you have to, like, ponder your... Okay. Here's why I was so curious if Ricky Starks was black. Because the thing is, I did a study, like, a week or two ago about how many different ethnicities there were, like, all the diverse people and then just the white people. Like, how many of those were there in the company? Okay, so I had like to do some really quick math, but basically from my current study, I may be off by a few numbers, but the men's division currently has 99 wrestlers on their on their AEW website. I don't think I counted Chavo Guerrero and Paul White or Mark Henry, but I may have messed those two up, so I apologize. But the number, even though I may have gotten off like one or two numbers by like one off or two off, the amount of diverse men in the company is severely lacking, especially since I had to remember that most of these are white skinned people who are different ethnicities, and some of them I'm not even 100% sure on because they haven't, clarified, because obviously that's kind of a weird question to ask. But okay, so basically my current findings is that 27 out of 99 male wrestlers are diverse. 27 out of 99. I'm like, that's not even like D minus worthy. That is like, I just did the calculations. That's 27%. 27% of wrestlers are diverse. That is significantly teeny. Especially since I didn't even count, like, two of them, or I think I did. Maybe I did. I didn't count Travo, but I definitely think I counted Mark Henry. And he doesn't even wrestle. Like, this is ridiculous. And the fact that Tony Khan has messed this up so badly is not a good thing. Like, look, I'm not going to sit here and say don't enjoy AEW, because you should. Wrestling is a wonderful, great sport. But the problem is we need wrestling to be more diverse for everybody. Like, black people enjoy wrestling. Women enjoy wrestling. Like, you can't go on this obvious hiring issue, especially since, again, if you look at most of the wrestlers, they have a colorism problem. And again, I'm not saying just because that they are, lighter skinned, that that's how they got hired. I'm not saying that. I, in fact, generally believe that most people Tony Khan hired was a good idea. However, it is a critical shock that you have not found anybody else who has darker skin, or is, like, who has darker skin, who's black Latino, Asian men, especially since they only got one and he's a jobber, which is fucking embarrassing. Honestly, I feel bad more for the Asian people because they only got Michael Nakazawa. That is a fucking travesty that they only have him. And I'm not dissing on Michael. I'm saying just one joke character is pretty pathetic. And I'm not going to go into the women's division booking because I feel like I'll lose more people on that one. But just because they have more diverse women in the women's division does not mean that it's diverse well. Like, I am 100% sure that because of this recent controversy that Jade has more of a chance now of winning the TBS championship, which is honestly something I'm going to just feel gross saying because she's an extremely talented wrestler and I do not want to put her down in any particular way. But, like, I don't want wrestling to be this disgusting talk about racism and inequality. I want my black wrestlers to have general equal rights on the AEW title and the TBS title and the women's title. I want all of them to have an equal shot so I can enjoy this beautiful thing that I enjoy. But for some reason, WWE keeps fucking this shit up over and over and over again. And now the only thing that AEW's truly kept their promises on, because they had three, which was diversity, better women's division, and a tag team division. They only kept fucking one of those, which is the tag team division. And, honestly, it's fucking tiring. I don't want to talk about this. Like, I'm talking about this because it's important, but, like, I want to just enjoy the sport, but I can't because this is a problem, and I can't enjoy wrestling when other people who should be pushed and people who I do support and like constantly keep getting pushed back because of stupid shit like race. Like, racism has not ended, and that's always been something I've known, but, like, it's so exhausting to deal with people who are still like, this isn't a problem, shut up. Because I'm with you on this. I don't want to talk about this. I wish this didn't exist. I wish we all lived in a world of cotton candy and flowers and unicorns where we didn't have racism in it. But sucks to be us. We gotta fight against this, because if we don't fight against this, this is just gonna be continuous a problem, and we're never ever getting rid of this. So, I don't know. Fucking have someone break Tony Khan's kneecaps. I'm kidding. I don't actually want anybody to break Tony Khan's kneecaps. But, like, talk about this. This is bullshit, and we all know it. I believe at least the people who are like, it's not racist, are just trying to protect their babies, which I get. Like, it's not right, but I get it. Like, this is a general problem, and we need to back up Big Swole on this. And it should not just be black people who are doing this. Because, like, that gets really fucking lonely when only the oppressed group stands up for each other. Like, come on, guys, we can do better than this. So go support Big Swole and everybody else who supports her. She deserves love, a lot of it, and don't be mean to her. She's cool.